It takes a little bit, but
Okay, we're right on time.
all right, we are on time. I like it.
Cool, cool. All right, let's just wait for people to get in here.
And we'll make sure you're on airplane mode or whatever for your phone. That's what I tell people so that we make sure that we're present.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I'm getting my deep blue rub and putting it on my back. There's
Yep.
already 9 people on the call, so why don't we
Okay.
start by everybody when you get on, just text us who's here in the chat box. There's a chat box, and I'm going to type hi. Text us where you're from, if there's a specific question you want to know. And now we have 6 out of the 13 live, so let's get rolling.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Heather Hanson. I'm here with Monica Bravo, and we're giving our Healthy Habits for Everyday Living webinar. This is my first webinar, so I'm like super excited and don't know exactly what to expect. So this is going to be fun. Monica, is there a way I could see like who's on here?
Yeah, there's people typing in the chat on the right. Patrice said hi. Stacy said hi. Do you see all those people in the chat? Maybe not.
No.
That's
Maybe
okay.
open it.
Beth, Stacy, Jessica, Tiffany, Rosalie, and Patrice are on. So let's just roll. And if you all are on your computer, you can type in the chat box. Otherwise, Tiffany says, I'm excited. I'll be in and out, of course, because the kids, yes, dear. All right,
Cool.
let's go.
Okay, I actually figured out the chat, so I'm glad I'm in the loop with that. All right, so I'm going to get into my first slide explaining who I am. My name is Heather Hanson. I'm a women's empowerment coach, and I empower women to transform their lives from the inside out by changing their lifestyle, changing their habits, nutrition, and mindset. I was inspired by Monica Bravo about a year ago. And so I'm excited to be doing this with her. She's my mentor. She's an incredible business strategist, intuitive healer, business launch queen, and holistic health coaches. And she's also a retired yoga teacher and holistic health coach, and founder of the Wellness Center of Sonoma County. She came into my life exactly at the perfect time. So I want to just state my mission. My mission is to empower the healing of the planet by empowering women to heal their life and understand their important role in the universe. I want to make a disclaimer because this does not exclude men, but I like to work with women. That's my preference, and that could change in the future. But today my focus is on women because as women, we really are, we tend to be the healers in our home. We tend to be the people, the family member who introduces new things, and the caregivers. So women are my favorite. I'm not going to lie. So love is a universal language, and this is something that's really, really ringing so true for me, and it's not something I understood until I really, truly fell in love with myself. We are really unique emanations of the collective love energy of the universe, and the more we can connect with this collective love consciousness and understand that we are a part of the whole, the more we understand that our own inner love and peace contributes to the peace of the world. We must love ourselves and make aligned choices in our daily perceptions and habits so that we can feel inner peace physically, mentally, and emotionally. As we connect to this love energy from within, we let go of limiting beliefs of separation that hinder us from connecting. And I can't see what it says there. You get the gist of it. We have a higher purpose. We have unique gifts. And this is the reason this is my mission, is because when we connect to that, everything aligns, and we want to treat ourselves better, and we want to treat other people better, because we know, we understand our role in this universe. And in order to show up in that role, it's really important to take care of yourself, because how can you show up if you're tired or sick or feeling down about yourself. You're going to hold back in life. And understanding this very thing, this wholeness and connectedness in the universe, inspired me so deeply. A little bit more. So by cultivating health, by cultivating healthy, loving, and healthy habits in our life, you heal the planet. Understanding that, making that my reason for obtaining health, made it so much more sustainable for me. And I think a lot of people who experience this would find that true. When I was wanting to be healthy just so I looked better in a bathing suit, that didn't last very long. So I really want to stress that point. So it is my mission to cultivate inner love and peace by utilizing simple self-healing tools that support vitality and alignment with a higher purpose. By stepping into this love energy, we inspire universal love in our families, in our communities, and in our planet. This creates a ripple effect of love as others feel inspired to contribute to the positive evolution of the planet. So I've been doing a lot of soul work myself lately, for an entrepreneur program that I'm doing right now. And after meditating and really getting in touch with my higher purpose, this is what I wrote. And I wrote it yesterday, and it was right before this webinar. And then after that, I started adding a bunch of stuff to this webinar. So I surprised Monica with that this morning. And
I love it. And what I want to say is that reminds me of this healthy habits is all about community, and we're coming together to join together with these healthy habits, because it's not always easy to do it alone. And we need friendships, we need family, and we need community.
absolutely. Yes. Yes. And we need to allow it in. It's hard to allow in that support of your friendships and your community if you're not allowing it for yourself. So that's why this self-help, love, and help and growth is so important, because you won't evolve if you're not willing to give it to yourself. So with that being said, I wanted to share where I was before I started really opening up to those truths. So I was really disconnected from the truth of who I was, and I was looking outside of myself for happiness. I was just a victim. Sorry, my dog is like choking on something back here. I was really like in this victim mentality, where just everything felt out of control. I was really far away from what I envisioned for myself in my life. I was weighing more than I ever had before. And food really became like this, my comfort. I turned to it for like a quick fix to feel better. But really, it was just making things worse in the long run. And I was depressed and motivated. I loved to sing and dance, and I had no energy for those things. And I share these things because I think a lot of people can have been there. I feel like we've gone to these dark places, and there's a really good reason for that. And I'll get into that in a little bit. And somebody was asking, please post questions if you haven't. Oh, that was Monica. I got to remember to look at the chat room.
It's okay. I'll take care of the chat room.
Oh, you got that, girl? All right, thanks. So I really was hurting physically. I had terrible indigestion every night. At the end of every day, like my skin felt tight. I'd look down at my ankles, they were swollen. I'd wake up in the night with terrible heartburn, like it was in my mouth. I'd be choking on it. I'd wake up and take a ton of Tums, and just it kept waking me up. My dog is chewing on a ball over here. Can you guys hear that?
No.
Okay, good. Pretty much when I looked at like the habits that I had, there was more bad habits than good. Like maybe every once in a while I would like have a day where I was like, oh, I ate good today, but that was very rare. And exercise rarely ever happened. And I would wake up and it was just like survival mode, trying to get through the day. And I blamed my family for it. The things I would say is my family doesn't eat good. They don't want to eat healthy foods. They don't want to help me around the house to give me time to take care of myself. I mean, the list went on and on. I just projected it outside myself and I blamed everybody else. And as a result, there was just low energy and low motivation. And it was just a cycle, like an endless cycle. You know, I didn't feel good because I wasn't eating well, and I didn't eat well because I didn't feel good. It's just this vicious cycle. So that's where I was. And here is me, some before and afters. So each of those pictures were taken in the upper right with my family was Christmas. So that was in December. I was at my heaviest, so I was a little over 230 pounds. And then the one all the way to the left was my mom's birthday, I believe, in January of last year. And then that after picture right next to it in the middle, I think that was, taken in March or April of last year. So in like 3 or 4 months time, I found a way to lose weight. And I'm going to share that with you. But not only lose weight, just feel better, feel worthy, start following my dreams. So much opened up. And then the picture in the lower right was taken this weekend with my coworkers and I for a baby shower. So what I did, the first thing I did was I took my mom's advice and I started meditating. The reason I share this with everybody when I tell my story is because no matter what you do, no matter what you put in your body, if you are disconnected from what I call your higher self, it's not going to help you and you're not going to sustain it. And so connecting with that meditation or with the with my mission in the beginning was really what started like a snowball effect of opening up to the universe and just things like flowing to me just almost miraculously. So what meditation does, and I really love the way one of my favorite teachers explains it, Abraham Hicks, because we tend to make it a little more complicated than it needs to be. It really just started with me just sitting there and listening to like the refrigerator running. And it really, that's nothing profound, but it is, because what you're doing is you're really neutralizing your thoughts. And at that point, my thoughts just were running wild and there was no mindfulness about it. And just lots of fear, worry, self-doubt and shame was the everyday mentality I was going into until I started meditating and actually becoming aware of what I was thinking. I wasn't really aware of it until I started meditating. And then neutralizing it helped so much. And so I was just making sure we're keeping up with the chat, and it looks like we are. And then I recognized, I really started to notice how I felt. I was really disconnected from my body, so I didn't feel all the bad things that I was experiencing before. It didn't really register for me. And then when I was in this really neutral place, I opened up to more spiritual teachings that helped a lot. And I learned that when I'm feeling overwhelmed by anything, I can ask the universe for support. And all I have to do is believe and turn it over and have faith that support's available and be receptive to it. So support came in, and Monica Bravo, she showed up literally like 2 days after I put it out there that I wanted help with my health. I did not seek her out. She literally just came into my life. It's, a little bit of a long story, but basically she told me about a book that really helped me out called The Universe Has Your Back. And a week later, we're having lunch and she's telling me everything I needed to know. I had already knew that I needed to kill Candida because a psychic told me about that. And I also wanted to learn how to do the ketogenic diet the right way. So she, being a wellness coach, she was literally about to start a group cleanse and course on the ketogenic diet. and the Candida cleanse, and the psychic said I needed it, and she was right. I've lost a total of 50 pounds now. And I really kicked my cravings, healed my gut, experienced the benefits of changing my diet and having it work. So I tried changing my diet many times before and had no results. And then gain the energy to follow my heart and discover my talents and passions. And ultimately, Monica saw something in me. The psychic also said that I am a teacher. And when I showed up to Monica's group cleanse at her wellness center, that teacher in me just came out of nowhere. I was really afraid of public speaking, but I was very excited about what I'd learned about the ketogenic diet and excited to learn about cleansing. And Monica kind of saw that in me, and she wanted to teach me more, and we started doing this together.
I'm so proud of you, by the way.
Thank you. And the universe is amazing. The universe provides if we're willing to let in that support. So yeah, I wanted to go into these healthy habits I established at this point that I truly believe I was divinely guided to. Because I got to tell you, I tried changing my habits before, and it didn't work, and it felt like forced. It was hard, and mentally I was just not ready for them. So these are sort of these are the structures that create our health. So eating right, I really believe that we are what we eat, and food is medicine. So eating right is a really good place to start after meditating and getting right with yourself. And it's always good no matter what, but it's easier to do when you're right with yourself. Exercise is obviously really super good for you. Not as important as eating right, but my rule of thumb with exercise is to just move your body in ways that feel good. I like to dance. I love to take my dogs for walks and do yoga. What do you like to do, Monica? Ooh, we can't hear you.
I like to hike. I really am an earth goddess, so it makes me feel better. I like to meditate first thing in the morning because I realize that if I don't do it, then it just slips away. And I like to have that like clear, fresh start. But also just hiking. I like to do yoga, of course. I do my own practice at home. And I love to do the stairs, like the real stairs.
That's awesome. So like stairs at your house?
No, like at the gym, they have these rolling stairs. So you walk up these rolling stairs. So, what I was going to say about this was I love this wellness pyramid because at the top is that proactive medical care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you can use you can use all types of medicines and alternative medicine, but we also need to be proactive and we need to inform our own selves. Like meditating is like information, right, from your guides, from your angels, like where you should be. So it's all part of it.
It is. Yeah. And I don't know if anything is more necessarily important than the other. Like having a balance is important. And you could be eating completely clean diet, but you could still get toxic load just from our environment.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to incorporate any of that in your life at any given moment and knowing what it feels like to know when you need it is important too. So that's what I like about the informed self-care on here. Just really understanding and educating yourself on symptoms and knowing the signs of toxic load or needing more rest and stress management and just really getting to know yourself.
Agreed.
Yeah. So moving on. So measuring wellness which is kind of what I just spoke about, listening to your body, understanding what it means when you are saying these things. I can't sleep. I have more aches. I get sick more easily. I feel emotionally down. I have less vitality. I'm forgetful. My skin looks old. My hair, I got acne. I mean, the list can go on. These are all signs that your body is telling you, help me, please.
It's screaming.
And it's not, a lot of people, like I used to think this all the time, like, this is happening to me. Well, it's not. It's like it's happening through me and as me, just as anything. And somehow I create this, and we need to take ownership for these things and know our part in all of it. I was listening to Vishen Lakhiani, I think that's how you say his name, and Marianne Williamson. And I really love the idea of well, first of all, like how cells work. So in our bodies, we have cells, and they're part of they're all connected, and they all work together for our body as the whole. And when a cell is sick and not doing well, it disconnects and it falls away and it dies. And they use that in a bigger picture, how we are all like cells in this organism of the universe. And we really, when we are connected and understanding our connection and taking care of ourselves and showing up to live our passions and our dreams and show up for the bigger assignment of the universe, then we thrive and we feed the universe. And when we don't do that, we kind of disconnect and fall away. And I mean, eventually we do die. So I thought that was really interesting. And I love that idea of connecting in that way. And I said that before, so you guys know why, but I just love it. I've been connecting with it a lot lately. So anyhow, I got off a tangent. So let's go back on. So take a moment to just go through this vitality assessment. You can rate yourself on each of these categories. So, how's your sleep? When you wake up, are you feeling rested? And you can say never, seldom, sometimes, often, always. The boxes kind of got off there, but you get the idea. And so just kind of take a mental assessment of yourself. I did one of these early on in working with Monica, and it really told me a lot about where I stood in my health. So,
and I think it tells you too, like going back to those other questions, like your toxicity, if your mental focus and memory is off, then that might be toxicity. Or if your emotional balance is off, that might be your body's like, your mind wants a rest. It wants meditation. Or like right now I'm standing because I did a little bit too hard of a workout in Pilates and I overdid it. So I have my deep blue rep.
But isn't it so great that you know what to use? You're not sitting here popping ibuprofen. You're using something that's good for you.
Never use ibuprofen because it's only going to mask. And I know me, I'm a go, go, go. So if I do that, I'm going to go and I'm going to break down.
Yeah, that's an important thing to know. A lot of these medications and ibuprofens, it's all like to mask things. It's not to actually get to the root cause. So negative daily habits. So this is the one that I need to work on a bit, but too much online time. Skipping meals, which if you're doing it in a mindful way isn't harmful. Monica and I both do intermittent fasting. And so, I mean, that can be good or bad, depending on how you do it. Toxic relationships. So, I mean, we all know what a toxic relationship is. Sometimes you have to let those go. But what I have found is that I didn't actually need to do much to let those go. I just had to really be true in myself and not let those toxic people change my alignment. By holding true to my alignment, those people just kind of went away.
Right.
So a lot of people think you need to push up against it. I advise you don't push up against anything. Just push up yourself. And it works. And it makes life so much easier. Burning the candle on both ends. And work-life balance. I gotta say, Monica, like I work a lot, but it's because I also have a business and this is like fun for me. So I think I'm good there.
Yeah.
So, nutrition is the number one cause of poor health, and obesity, isn't obesity like the number one cause right now of death? Did I hear that when we
Yep.
went to the webinar?
It
Yeah.
used to be heart disease. Now nutrition is the number one cause of poor health.
Yes. Yes. So we got to do something about that. So I used to think this all the time. I eat a healthy diet, so I'm good, right? My healthy diet was like off of the old school food pyramid. So I wasn't really good. And how I knew this is, I mean, how do you feel? You lacking energy, fatigue, mood swings, irritability, joint discomfort, unhealthy looking skin, hair, nails. I mean, these are all acute signs. So, you know, if you think you're eating right and you're still having these signs, you may want to look again. Monica taught me how to do an elimination diet, eliminate things that are hard on our body, like wheat, gluten, dairy, processed foods, and just see what makes you feel better and get down to the simple whole foods. I'm such a fan of whole foods, and just rule of thumb when I go shopping is I try to buy the stuff with the least amount of ingredients, and that makes it so easy. we have gotten a little complicated with our food, trying to make life easier, but really it's just made us sicker. So, so why it's important to supplement. So even if you are juicing every day or you're eating like super clean, eating a raw food diet, statistically, it's been tested that our foods are depleted of nutrients because of many reasons. Depleted soils, we're not growing our stuff. A lot of us aren't growing our food fresh from the garden. So it's often picked before it's ripe and then shipped from very far away and sitting in the shelves under lights and all kinds of factors. So really, to get the nutrients out of our food, we'd have to like eat way more than we possibly could eat to get the nutrients that we need. Did you have anything to add to that one, Monica?
I was letting you take the reign on that, but in reality, right now, compared to when I was born in the early 70s, if you have one orange today or one orange back then, you would have to have 10 today to actually get the same nutrition because our soil is toxic and it's depleted. And the thing about some supplements that are really good is they actually help move the toxins out of the body in a loving way and nurturing way. But if you think about that, if you like even an apple, if you have one apple, that's like having 10, we'd have to have 10 apples today to get the same nutrition as, 10, 20, 30 years, actually 40 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
aging myself.
Yeah. I've been hearing this statistic for a long time, and I really never consistently supplemented until I met you, Monica, because I honestly did not know what to take. I heard all kinds of things like supplements don't work, they can't actually get into your cells, they're not bioavailable for your body. So I didn't know what to take until I met you. And even stuff that I did take before, I didn't feel a difference at all. So thank you, Monica, because you fixed that in me. So our cellular health is super important. Studies show those who commit to daily supplementation with a multivitamin have fewer negative markers on cellular health. So it is important to get the right kind of supplements that can actually reach your cells and your body can recognize as something it can use. So where do we start? So this is the Daily Habits Kit. It's a combination of the doTERRA supplements that I use daily. I think everything on there I use daily. Monica's got her deep blue. And it really made such a huge difference taking these supplements. So we'll go into each of these a little bit deeper. I
And let
currently,
me remind people to ask questions in the chat box if you have questions, or you can hit, just post anything you have.
yes, anything at all. So the Lifelong Vitality Program is my favorite thing with doTERRA. And I really give thanks to this for my energy being the way it is. I feel so like my skin is cleared up. Oh, is there supposed to be a video there?
Oh, it's
Pooey.
okay.
That's all right. We got our own video. So, gosh, I feel like my hair grows so much faster. Even my hairdresser, she's like, I can't believe. So I have gray hair, and she's like, I can't believe how fast your hair is growing. My eyelashes are longer. My energy feels amazing. My digestion feels so good. And it's really just a combination of all these supplements. So it gives you your core supplements that really help on a cellular level. You can see here, this is like the main things that are in these. And they support the human body, organs, and systems. So like there's something for every part of your system here to help with the functions of your body. Do you have any? I'm not huge in the science of this. I just know it works.
You're cutting out a little bit, just so you know, but really, if you think about it, me and Dr. Marisa Snyder, and I think even Dr. Josh Ack, I was looking at a video of his earlier, is if you try to go buy this at the store, it's over $400 to $500 for all of these supplements. And these are going to get your skeletal system. It'll get your respiratory system. It's for your lungs. It's for your muscles. It's for your circulation. I mean, my hubby alone, his cholesterol's gone down. I have a client that just told me that she took her blood test 30 days later. Her doctors were amazed. Her digestive system is so much better. And you all know I love Terrazyme. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it helps your nervous system, because if you have 80% of your cortisol in your gut and you are not giving your gut nutrients, that means your brain cannot function. Your digestive system can't function. Your respiratory system is going to go wickety whack too. So you got to be really careful. And each of these systems needs its own nutrients, it needs its own vitamins, it needs its own herbs. The EO Omega is the best for me, for my brain and for my muscles, right? And then the Microplex too, and the Alpha CRS, I call it the over 30 vitamin.
Yeah, yeah.
It has like the ginkgo biloba, the ginseng, the guarana extract. You buy all those little bottles of these, it's going to cost you so much money.
Right. Yeah, it is really a good deal. And I mean, with doing any sort of diet change or anything, if you're not supplementing properly, I feel like you're really going to have a hard time with the cravings and the energy. So really just having this foundation with any sort of nutrition program or even just your daily program helps so much just to make better decisions where your body is not like depleted in certain areas. So you're having weird cravings and irregular stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, clinical supportive benefits. So we get cellular longevity lifespan, cellular inflammatory response, network antioxidant defense, stress management, bone and joint health, digestive health, and more. Oh, cellular energy metabolism, power DNA protection, immune system support, cardiovascular health, brain and cognitive health. So I feel like, because I feel so good that all this stuff is working. And
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
And there's
my
back guarantee, so it's like I wouldn't keep ordering it if it wasn't.
right.
And I started. So my boyfriend Bobby is like, he's never been into like taking supplements or doing like any sort of cleanses or anything. I started him on the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and he absolutely loves it. He says it helps him so much throughout his day with his energy, and he kind of like he doesn't know how much he's supposed to take. I just put it in individual packs and say, here you go. So when I don't get around to filling up our little dispenser things, he's asking for it. He's like, where's my lifelong vitality pack?
Yeah. Yep. And if you give it to them and they start feeling better, and now they have the travel packs, which I love, that's what I take with me.
Yeah.
Then even my kids, they can start at 6 years old, but the kids even feel better. And the nice thing about the supplements is you can open them up in the capsules and put them in the smoothie if they won't drink them.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I've done that before for my son. And so my son is having like teenage depression and not feeling very good. So I finally got him to want to take the supplements. And I gave him a biofeedback scan that showed that he needed them. So it read the stress in his body, and showed us that he is having like emotional stuff happening and whatnot. And it suggested taking the lifelong vitality pack to help with just even the emotional stuff.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. So we'll see. I'll have to give you feedback on how it's working for him. It's just been a couple of days.
All right.
Yeah. So part of the lifelong vitality pack is the alpha CRS cellular vitality complex. So it's a proprietary formula of natural botanical extracts, polyphenols, standardized extract of boswell serrata and boswellic acid, and ginkgo. These are hard. And that support the healthy cell function with support metabolic factors and of cellular energy.
And a healthy tummy. I mean, that's what a lot of people say. Like they were taking Tums and all kinds of junk, and now they can have a stomach that's not upset all the time.
Yeah, and this is probably like TMI, but I used to get terrible bloating and gas and indigestion every time I ate. I thought that was normal for the longest time. But I literally I never get gas anymore, you guys.
Love it. Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, it's awesome. I thought it was normal. So the XEO Omega Essential Oil Omega Complex is a powerful combination of CBTG certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils and a proprietary blend of marine and land source omega fatty acids. So we know we need to have our omega fatty acids, and I don't know about you, but every time I used to take omegas, I would just fish like this nasty burpiness would come out, and I don't get that with these at all. Do you know why that is, by the way?
Well, it's because it has not only the EOX Omega, it has other essential oils, including ginger and fennel. So it's going to help digest in the system a lot easier. Also, I think it's just the thing with these supplements, you'll never look at the back and it'll say 1,000% of your daily value. They're right at 50 to 100%. Because one, we don't want to waste all those vitamins in our body, but two, we don't want to put more than we need in our body. That's why we take them twice a day, so that it can lift you up in the afternoon, then lift you up in the evening, and help protect your body against daily oxidation and really help the brain against any nervous system upset. And what I like about it is it just makes my muscles, feel a little bit better. I just always feel better when I'm taking it regularly, but regularly is the key. That's why we need the daily habit.
Yes, that is key. And it helps to take it regularly when it works and it doesn't make you feel funky and burp up nastiness.
Right.
So, do you want to talk about this one, Monica?
Yeah, I love the Microplex VMZ. It would be like what someone's regular vitamin and mineral complex would be. So it would have your regular A, C, calcium. But again, in addition, it has a tummy tamer. So the tummy tamer is going to help you digest your food. It's going to give you bioavailable vitamins. That means you don't have to have this clumpy, clickety vitamin that never dissolves. These are bioavailable, so they're going to go right into your system within a few minutes, and they're going to help you with your metabolism, really fight off those free radicals that we intake every day from the air, from the water, from our environment, and really boost our immune function and support our mood. That's a big one for me as a mom. Support my mood, support my digestive system, and support my body.
Mm-hmm. And because they are like nanonutrients? They can actually reach your cells, as opposed to most supplements where they're like, you put them in a glass of water and they'll be there like 5 days later.
Oh, it's so gross.
This one will dissolve in your body, and your body.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a lady drinking a lot of coffee.
I didn't hear that. You cut out.
Oh, I did? I was like, that's a lady drinking a lot of coffee. She's desperate. She needs the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So what I love about the Lifelong Vitality Pack is you can try it for 30 days. And if you don't see any sort of improvement, money back guarantee, it's guaranteed to work. So that says a lot in itself.
Yep.
Guaranteed. Look at all those happy people. So this is a dosage chart. So if you are small, around 120 pounds, you'll just want to do single doses. And I have a story about that. My mom didn't know that. She was taking the double doses, or
getting high.
Yeah, she did. She said she felt like there's a lot of spaces between her cells and her energy was like too much. So told her to scale back a little bit. So that's good to know. PB Assist, can you take this one, Monica?
Yeah, I love this probiotic because it is a dual layered. So if you look at this green capsule, you'll see there's a green capsule, but then it's insulated again because most of the probiotics you all get, they just go straight to the stomach. They never go into the large intestine or the small intestine. So we get dual capsules, so it will open once in the stomach and then go down to the intestines, which if you're taking powdered probiotics, it doesn't go very far. And what I do like about this is there's 6 billion different CFUs, and they're active probiotic cultures. These probiotics, if you look at the label, they go bad within a year or so. And what I like, again, is that dual capsule because it's going to encourage that friendly bacteria to go deeper into healing and supporting the healing of your intestines. So it's really there to balance. But if you have candida, you really want to make sure, this is just a side note, you got to make sure that you actually take the GX Assist and do a real cleanse before so that you can kill any of that bad bacteria, parasites beforehand.
Yeah, and that's actually what the psychic told me. She was like, so candida is fed by processed foods, carbohydrates, sugar. I started the ketogenic diet, eliminated refined carbohydrates and sugar from my diet. But even though I wasn't feeding it anymore, she said that I had to kill the candida, that it was taking over my body, which was why I had such bad indigestion and inflammation, and I couldn't lose weight. So she said, you got to kill the candida first, and then build up that healthy gut flora. So, and she wasn't trying to sell me no products or anything. So thank you for that, Monica.
So this, if you don't know, is my ultimate favorite supplement. I take it 30 minutes before I eat. I am super sensitive to dairy and gluten. I was hypothyroid, honestly, before I started taking any of the doTERRA supplements. I had hypothyroidism. And I use Terrazyme to help me digest my food, digest any dairy, any wheat, but really it goes in there and starts eating up all the old yuckiness that's sitting in your intestinal walls. If you haven't heard of the dairy snake, we have it. It lines our stomach if you're eating dairy on a daily basis. Terrazyme is going to help break down all that lining of dairy, sucrose, fructose, wheat in the body. So anybody that has things like candida, if you have any autoimmune issues, you have digestive issues, you can take this 30 minutes before you eat, and it's going to help really move those food nutrients into your body. And it will also help digest food. You can actually open it and put it into yogurt, and it will liquefy the yogurt. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And oatmeal, like I've seen it done with really thick oatmeal, where it just breaks it down and liquefies it. We should do that experiment sometime, like
Yeah, we will.
So, eating right, make it a habit. It really is easy to do if you have your foundation set right. So those cravings really, they come from like malnutrition. So you got to have your foundation. So after doing all of that and meditating and starting to feel good, I discovered myself, and I learned something that I really actually knew all along, but I felt like maybe it was too late for me. But I really got in touch with the fact that I'm a talented, lovable, creative woman who has unique talents that are important. And it's my mandate to take care of myself so that I can fully show up, inspire others to do the same. I care about the world, and my power to create change lies within me. And this is so true for all of you. And I want you all to understand that you are enough and you matter, and your life here is so precious, and your gifts, we want to know your gifts. We want you to share those with us, and
With energy and light and abundance. Yeah, for
yes,
sure.
yes, and we are all connected. We're all in this together. So we're not alone. Just doing all this stuff, if you go out there and you try to do it alone, it's hard. It's and you probably won't stick with it. And having the support of Monica and someone like myself, and I just have like a huge tribe of women now who like get this stuff, and it really has helped me tremendously. So just know that's available to you. This is one of my favorite quotes by Mahatma Gandhi. I can't say his first name for some reason. By Gandhi. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. And it really starts with you. So, if there's change that you want in the world, you want in your family, if you want in your partner, stop looking outside yourself and look within, and you can evoke change from everyone around you. I have some amazing stories that I can go into. We don't have time to now, but just even the people around me, once I really dedicated and committed to my health and my wellness and my light and love, they changed, and it's pretty awesome.
Very awesome.
It is. So I have this huge mission, and I've partnered with doTERRA to help spread my mission and just really help people feel better, and be really a part of this connected universe in a really powerful way. And I really love doTERRA, how they run their company. They have what's called co-impact sourcing initiatives. And so I want to share this 5-minute video. Can you click on it, Monica? It won't open up on my end. And maybe it won't. I'm not sure. We didn't test it. But basically the co-impact sourcing is that doTERRA gets their crops and their, like lavender or orange, they get them where they are where they would naturally grow on the earth, and where they were farmed for hundreds of years. And they but they contract with these farmers where these items grow the most potent in the world. And a lot of these countries are in countries that are developing. So they are paying top dollar for these crops. And in turn, these people are getting financial opportunities that they didn't have before. That's helping everybody. It's like such a win-win situation, and there's so much integrity in it. I wanted to share a video about it, show some of these farms and some of these people that are being touched.
I will I think I can share it. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Sure.
I'm just gonna share my screen here. Trying to remember how.
When we went to this Healthy Habits webinar, I really love the story. I forget who was telling this, but how when they're getting the copaiba and they're getting it from farms, like on the river, where these people, they couldn't get their kids to school. They had no money for boats to be able to travel. They're like kind of very isolated. And once...
Right. And it's horrible. It's horrible. Okay, let me just share this with y'all. Let's see if you can see it.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Anyhow, doTERRA contracted with them, and now people have boats and they can get their kids to school.
Yeah, that's huge. Okay, I'm going to, can you see that?
Yes. Oh wait, now I just see me and you.
Okay, hold on, let me share it
Gave us the
again.
direction to, you need to go there and you need to fix some stuff and make it better.
Uh-oh.
Is that the wrong video?
No, it's a video, but it's okay. Maybe
change that has happened in just a few years.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. On my Facebook.
anigu naftayda waxa la yidhaha cabdillahi saciid cawad caraale inankan anaa dhelo maxamed cabdillahi baa la yidhahdaa maanta annagoo iminka uun soo xirannay oo buurti ka nimi iminka xilli leer maanta ma kormeer ku soo marray unbaa noo timid marka ilaa 3 awow bay soo manaafacasanayeen soo way lahaayeen beertan la iska daba dhaxlay qoonulma qoonka si dhaxlay marka shaqadaydu laasimi waa shaqada lacag fiican hadda iibki tooma hayno laakiin marka iibka loo helo siina shirkad loo iibsato maalgashiga oo ay lacag kula timaado wax ka iibsato wax si maalgeliya oo lacag ku siiyo ma jiraan laakiin waxaad helaysaa cid ka iibsatay markaad haysatay diyaar ku tahay.
What you have are individual harvesters who live in villages and will go collect from a region that they have access to by tribal right, and will then sell to shopkeepers in their village, who then sell down to middlemen who eventually get all that resin to a port and sell it to the Europeans and the Arabs and us and such. This was all happening without any real organization, and unfortunately, it left the harvesters at a real disadvantage because they had no idea the value of their product. They have no protection. They have no real bargaining power. The harvesters were really getting pennies for their resin.
At the time, it was 0.8 cents per kilo, but there was huge, vast amount of resin moving out. And the harvester was being cheated by the middlemen. And all this resin was going to the UAE, to Yemen, to all these other places.
We moved them out of the way, bypassed them, and went directly to the people. Formed the cooperatives. No one has ever done that before. To have these landowners and chiefs together, working together in a cooperative, it's never happened in their history.
One of the benefits of being on the ground and getting to know the area and how the industry works, you could immediately find ways to improve it.
I figured I'd give that. I would share that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we get a good. I mean, I've seen lots of videos like that through doTERRA of the good things that they're doing in the world, and it makes me proud to be on board with a company that does stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go back to the slide. It's gonna be a little bit different because I shared that, so I bumped off my PowerPoint, just so you know.
Okay, we'll make
so
it
look a little bit. It'll look a little bit different, but it's fine.
That's okay.
Oops.
So the Daily Habits Kit right now is 20% off if you are enrolling as a first-time customer, right? Is that how it works?
Right.
Yes. So normally it's $185 for all of that. Right now you get it for $148, and this does include the membership, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty awesome. The next slide.
See if you can see it all the way. There you go. Can you see it, my dear?
Yes, I can see it. Yeah, so I wanted to
Okay.
compare the Healthy Habits Kit to the cleanse. So there's a lot of the same things that you would get in the cleanse, except for a few items. So we can talk more about that. If you're also wanting to do the cleanse, you can purchase the Healthy Habits Kit and then get just a few more items. And I know a lot of people I've talked to already about doing the cleanse, and people are ready. And so this is a great opportunity to do that. And I highly recommend starting with the cleanse if you're using essential oils for the first time or they're part of your daily habits already. I do a cleanse quarterly, so does Monica. It's really part of our habits, is taking care of that detoxification aspect that we all need to be thinking about.
It's much needed.
Yes.
Oh.
And if you are a current customer, if you order, was it 100 or more personal volume, you get the Lifelong Vitality Pack for free right now. So that's a good deal. So the few things you would add if you are wanting to do a cleanse in addition to the healthy habits is the GX Assist, the DDR Prime, which was on the next slide.
Oh, let me hit it.
There you go. So the Zendecrine Soft Gels, GX Assist, and the DDR Prime. And there's details there about what it all does, but it's really all a part of like laying the foundation for a cleanse, getting your body geared up, and then taking the GX Assist and really cleaning out the gut and killing toxins. And then you finish up with your basic foundation, the healthy habits, but you also the PB Assist, which is the probiotic, which, as Monica explained earlier, it's important to do a cleanse before you even start taking a probiotic, because then you're just feeding the bad bacteria.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to talk about this cleanse so much.
And the DDR Prime, I want to tell people that's one of the best things to take if you have any autoimmune issues or thyroid issues. I mean, there's so many women that have thyroid issues, but the DDR Prime, it used to be called the DNA repair oil because it has such amazing oils in it that's going to help your overall system. So this is just like a powerful, powerful system. If you do DDR Prime along with the Vitality Pack, it's like whoosh.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So with all these deals, I put it all together right there. You get it all for $253, which is like a $405 value. So it's a good time. If you've been thinking about doing the cleanse, it's a good time to get in and do it. And you get all this extra cool stuff that really is just going to help your life. So yes. So if you are wanting coaching and help and want to be part of a tribe that is committed to taking care of themselves, I've created the Soul Deep Transformation Course and Cleanse, where I walk you through the 30-day Cleanse and Restore program. In addition to that, it's really about connecting with your higher self, about getting rid of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back, learning some new perspectives, making appreciation. Appreciation is like one of the biggest things you can cultivate in your life. Abraham Hicks says, I'd rather see you in a state of appreciation than meditation, because when you're you are like so aligned with the universe, and you are just allowing the abundance of the universe to support you. So that's a big part of what I teach. I have one of my things that have come out of just this awakening in myself is I am a spiritual teacher. I'm going to say it right now. I'm a spiritual teacher. And it's not anything about religion. It's not anything about separateness or anything. It's about just cultivating these simple tools in our life that just make us feel better and help us gain a perspective, like a positive perspective, that's going to help us even in the hardest of times. And when the hard times do come up, to see those in a way that allows for expansion and evolution and growth. So if you are wanting to join my course, it is an additional cost. apart from the cleanse. It's basically 6 weeks of coaching for only $250, which is a huge deal. Monica always says I should charge more, but that's where I'm at with it. And I'm having so much fun. And it's all online. We have connection calls and a private Facebook group where we connect daily. And then once a week, we connect like a Zoom call, kind of like this. So if that's something.
Awesome. So what about people that maybe people have questions, but Katrina says she needs to do the cleanse. But what about people that are already also members of doTERRA and want to do the cleanse? They would pay the $85 down and then 3 payments, or what about those people?
Yeah, if you're already a member, this is extended to you as well. We can just put you in my membership, and you can just pay $250, and that takes care of the whole 6 weeks, or $85 down with 3 payments every 2 weeks until paid in full of $250. And you can contact me on my website. I have my website there, www.heatheремpowersyou.com. You can register right on my website there. If you have more questions and you just want to connect, there's a place where you can schedule a connection call. And if you have any questions about the supplements or the cleanse or how that works, we can talk about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to teach and do this. And this was a new thing for us, so maybe we'll be teaching some more webinars soon on different things.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think we're exactly at 8 o'clock. We're exactly at an hour. So I'm really excited that we're on time.
Wow, that's awesome. Our first go. That's pretty cool. I just want to thank you, Monica, for really showing, being willing to share your light and share what you know and to teach me everything. You've helped me out tremendously, and I just thank the universe for you. And you've inspired me to just go out and do the same. And I think this is the ripple effect. This is how this is how we support each other as a living organism in the universe.
Yes, and I think community is great, and don't ever think that you don't need help. Even I will call Heather or other friends and ask for help when I need it, when I feel like I need some coaching, I need some support, I need community. So make sure you are reaching out. And I guess we're echoing, so that means it's time for us to go.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be in touch.
All right. Check out heatherempowersyou.com, everyone.
Yes, thank you. All right, bye.
Bye.